Hello, cats. Welcome in, brother man. Welcome in. Right. We're on. We are ready. Get ourselves situated. Balls, welcome in. I'm loving the JD Vance photo. It just feels right. We're back. No face cam, I see. That is true, actually. There is no face cam. I'm not going to lie. If I'm being perfectly 100% honest with you, in this moment in time, I actually completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. Don't even think I've got my green screen set up on my actual cam. No, nothing. I mean, look at this. Look at the situation we have before us right now. No light on. No professionalism. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to fix this shit live. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. God alive. Help me. Oh. God, I've got far too many cables. Okay, right. We're almost there, people. We're almost there. Things are turning on. Things are turning off. The green screen is still cooked. Kind of waiting for a summon, TBH. So that's fine. The camera angle is all squiffed. I mean, we've got some shit to sort here. I think this is just gonna key me out. Look at how bad this is. I mean, this is what I'm talking about with this friggin'... God, it sucks, man. It sucks. This green screen stuff. So I need to use my other thing. I'm just going to make it smaller. No, I don't want to leave. Let me stay. I'm just going to leave it like this for now. We can enjoy the green screen background. I remember watching your MC vids when I was a kid. Now I'm 23. I would watch when I was 10. Crazy. Time flies, doesn't it? Doesn't it just? I think that all the time. I'm very, very blessed to have people come in and say things like that. It's very kind of you, sir. Yeah, how old was I when we were recording the videos? God, probably like... Me and Sen were like... Maybe like 16, 17? I'm 29 now. So time does indeed fly. Dearie me, doeseth my eye deceive me? We should be getting a summon soon, maybe. Don't know what the situation is with the old summons. I absolutely cannot stand the green screen situation. Do you know that? Absolutely can't stand it. It's why I'm using this thing at the moment called IV cam on my phone, right? So I use my So I use my phone as a camera, and I've got a Samsung Galaxy S24, and the lighting that it pulls through and the colors, like the colors of your skin, colors of your face, they're all like actually natural, and it makes sense and works. But for whatever reason, like, look at this. How much better is that? Tell me how much better that is. Like, the colors are... It's actually the color of my face. What is this going on at the bottom? It sucks, man. It sucks. We're going to do a live transfer. It's just better. It's just better. Although, I say it's better, but it kind of feels a little dark. Anybody else feel that way? I'm literally just ignoring my chat now and just like doing green screens. Look how much better that is. I mean, my hair is disappearing a little bit, but it's so much better. It's crazy. Right, now. See, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Yeah? A little bit dark, I feel. I feel like my skin's a little bit dark, but you know what? We ain't going to moan about it. How was it like to be 16 in that sort of sphere at that time? Because being 16 years old in 2023, in 2013, internet is a whole lot different than being a 7-year-old. That's very true. What an interesting question that I haven't been asked. Let's see. What was it like being in the sphere? Would you like the honest, long answer? Or would you like a cheap, short answer? I'll let you decide. Just gonna touch my green screen up just a smidge. Just get rid of that hair. Get that key color. Okay, sweet. Let's rock and roll. Honest, long answer. Okay. So, the honest, long answer is that, of course, during that time, I mean, there's so much that I could say about it. It's a concept for a video that I've been wanting to talk about, but I'll give you some of the, like, here's some point blank, some of the negatives, right? Negatives. Being in that sphere where everything is so big, you know, you've got millions of views, you're sort of encroaching on something, you know, really, let's say spectacular. It messed with a lot of my adult life growing up, to be quite honest with you. I felt like, you know, I'd have moments where I'd go and work normal jobs and things like that, and then I'd get this like resentful feeling of like, why am I doing this when I know that, you know, I've got this, there's this thing about me, you know, there's this thing that me and Sen helped grow and make. And to be quite honest with you, it messed up a lot, you know, in terms of just, I got privileged and I got ego. I think that's the reality of it. On the good front of it, you know, here's some empowering things that I felt about it. I felt like when I was younger and all of this stuff kicked off, I felt so much power, in the sense that I thought to myself, people would laugh at me, you know, when I was in school and I had teachers say to me, hey, what do you want to do when you're older? And I'd go like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, you know, I'd really love to make videos and do content. People would like laugh at me, you know, like, what an idiot you are. Like, what are you talking about? That's not a job. And it really pissed me off. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, of course I can do. What are you on about? Of course I can. And then, you know, and then we became successful, and then it was like, oh, wow, you're a YouTuber. That's so cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, the dime flips. Like, people, you, like, catch people that are fake. You catch a lot of people that are fake, and you're like, oh, you know, you thought I was lame 2 years ago, but now all of a sudden, you know, I get, like, a few million views, and what? I'm cool all of a sudden. So a lot of resentment in that sense. Now, again, some crazy empowering things. You know, wow, what a feeling it was to know that I say I, and of course, whenever I say I during this context, I never mean myself. I mean me and Sen, and a lot of it Sen, because he is a genius when it comes to this sort of stuff. I just thought, wow, you know, numbers that I thought only could be done in Hollywood and things like that can be done in my bedroom, making videos. You know, me and Sen, I think, do you know what I think it made me realize? It made me realize that people don't care about, like, who you are, what you do. I think the thing that people really enjoyed was, like, I mean, I could be wrong, right? You're asking the perspective of somebody that is sort of, like, was in it. So I could be wrong when I say this, but I like to think that one of the reasons for the massive success was, like, the genuine good time friendship, like, me and Sen would have playing with one another. Like, that sounded really, that sounded wrong, but you know what I mean? Like, we had a good time playing games, and I think a lot of it was, like, wholesome, and a lot of people really, really liked that. But to be, you know, there is lots about it that was kind of like, that messed me up. A lot about it that was really good. So yeah, there you go. That's my long form answer. I'm gonna die here if I'm not careful, but I'm gonna lay on hands. I'm gonna keep beating these things. I'm gonna get the world buffs on, and then I'm gonna sort this out, and then I'm gonna read some of those comments. I'm so sorry for the massive tangent there. Let's sort myself out. Can I get rid of this and get my... How does this chrono displacer thing work? Oh, there we go. That's better. Let's get the world buffs on. Could I get some water, please? TY. Right, let's read some of these comments. Yeah, the honest long answer, don't even shy away. I remember MLP was crazy back in the day. Honest long answer, I remember when you started to affect... I remember when that started to affect the channel. Things happen, people change. Sounds like Tommy in its video on his rise to plateau. What do you think about to tank? Pala. I do insane damage... What? But can't hold aggro. What do you think about the tank? I mean... Would speed up our way to 60. Inspect. What are your talents? He is prot. Just try go sword shield. See how it goes. Yeah, the mockery... Yeah, the mockery was worse about that time. Look at Dan TDM Markiplier. Instead of people saying, hey, how are you doing? All they say is, can I get a picture? I love the banter between you and Sen, like in the Ultra Modded series, Greenfield and more. Man, I would love to watch you guys do that again. Maybe not Minecraft, but something else. This time, you're both like 30 now, lol, but I imagine it's still great. Maybe Hightail, lol, or a vintage story. Sorry, these people are asking me to res. Sorry, my bad. Do you know, me and Sen were playing Fallout 76, and we've been talking more about content in general, so I do think that something will happen at some point, but Sen is very busy. You know, he's working, living his life, he's doing a move, so I don't know what Sen's thoughts are on, you know, lying down and getting some content out the way. I'm very keen for it, and I'm going to be pitching some ideas to him soon, which he may be excited for. Maybe we will see. But yeah, definitely can happen. Definitely can happen. Hey, Ozexel, how's it going, my friend, my brother? How are we? He's saying this warrior's like, I'm doing crazy damage. Right, okay. I feel like I need to lock in and show these people how much damage I can do. I also haven't buffed anyone. I need to sort it out, really. That mage did give me water, didn't he? Consumables. Yeah, he did. Nice. Sweet. Get some water in me. Let this... I used all my mana. I had to flee. I'm half paying attention. I'm not going to lie, which is not good. When you're doing these dungeons, don't be me, guys. Don't pay half attention. People don't like that, but, you know, they don't need to know. Right, okay, here we go. So, yeah, it's good. Anyway, boys, enough about me. How has everybody's week been? How is everyone's weekend looking? What are we up to? What games are we playing? I would like to know. I would like to know. I'm still on the grind, as you can see, for World of Warcraft. Trying to get to level 60. We're level 54, as it says in the title. We are getting there. You know, we're going to need a few more days. The 2nd of February is when the Burning Crusade comes out. So I've got to get to level 60 before then. Absolutely have to do that. I'm going to start... I need to buff people as well. Somebody don't let me forget to buff my teammates, please. Because I'm going to. That's the truth of it. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm doing it right now. 1. Not enough mana. Shit. I'm out of mana. I used all my mana. Buffing people. Not good. He has to flee. I'm out of mana. Let me drink. Buff your teammates. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's see. I've been playing Hades and trying out 2xKO with friends. 2xKO, I've not heard of that. Tell me more. Man's a support class and forgets to support. Listen, okay. I'm a Retribution Paladin, yeah. I ain't no support class. I'm a main class, okay? So somebody said to me the other day, somebody joined my party and they were like, Koto, stop playing a Rep Paladin and start playing a prop Paladin. Start being a real Paladin and not a Paladin from Temu. That shit was funny. I have no mana left. What do you want me to do? That Pirate Software quote? I've got no mana left. What would you have me do, guys? Honestly, what would you have me do? It's ridiculous. Okay, we're better. We're in. We're better. I'm going to reset the damage meter because I'm not happy with the results, and I'm hoping if I pay attention now, I can stay near top charts, and it doesn't look so bad. Now in the video, when I show people my DPS meter, I'll go, guys, look, I'm number 1. You see me right there? Look at all this damage. There's literally no point in me depoisoning these because it's just going to instant poison again. If I do it, I might as well do it once the fight is over, right? Let's start using our brain. Let's click on the gears. Let's start thinking. Okay, sound. Right, let's clear up some of this for people. Get rid of the poisons. Bing, bang, boom. Look at that. We're being a support class, people. Come on. We're doing it. We're doing our job. There is no mana crystal in my inventory. You guys are so funny. That shit is hilarious. I had this guy... When you do this dungeon, I think different bosses appear. Like, you get, like, randomized bosses. Sometimes it's this one, sometimes it's that one. I've had this one, like, 2-3 times in a row. Oh, my God. Please, nobody else need that. Past. I need this. I need this more than life itself. Oh, no. Please. Come on, God. Just let me win the roll. I need this. Yes. Here we go. We're going to have complaints about me getting the ring. Well, I mean... Every single time I have played this, I mean, look, let's have a look at this ring, right? Let's look at a ring that I currently have. 7 strength and 10 stamina. 8 stam, 7 int. Now, what makes you... Now, out of curiosity, makes you say that? Is it because you reckon, like... Is it all, like, need all strengths down? But now don't I do spell damage? With judgment things? Or am I missing something? Like, that ring is so much better. I do spell damage with judgment. I do spell damage in loads of ways, right? Surely. Every single time I do one of these dungeons, you need a piece of gear, and it's like, oh my god, why are you needing that? It's like, I don't know. It's an upgrade. Am I not allowed to need for an upgrade? It's not explicitly fucking stamina and strength. So, it's an upgrade. Look! Look how trash my rings are. My rings are absolute trash. And he wins the ring anyway. Of course he does. Of course he does. Let's have a look. Let me know if you're interested in ever playing 76 with your boy. I've been playing 76 with Sen, so I am actually down. Sen wanted to play it for, like, the ghoulification, because, like, you can be a ghoul now in Fallout 76, which looks absolutely amazing. I remember years ago on Koto and Sen, and how I even got the Discord was through a Fallout 76 stream, I believe. Let me think. I think when we came back to it, I think that's what we did, wasn't it? We did a Fallout 76 stream. I think you're right. Dudes. I mean, the ring is probably better for the mage than it is for me. I won't lie. But it doesn't mean that it ain't no upgrade for me. Certainly an upgrade. This dungeon, by the way, it is incredibly long, right? It's going to take us maybe like an hour just to get through this dungeon, all of this dungeon, assuming we are doing all of it, right? And I did 2 of these last night, and every single roll I lost. I mean, we had 4, 5, 6 pieces of plate gear drop. I lost every single one. Can you believe that? My RNG just feels like it ain't ideal at the moment. Have we got anybody with mana? Nope. Oh, I did not mean to bubble myself. What the hell am I doing? I'm still getting a bit confused with my keybinds. I feel like I need to readjust the keybinds. Relic coffer key. Let's have a look. Don't blame the ring. Blame yourself for not maxing out run smithing, which is completely unrelated. Autocorrect doesn't rune smithing. Here, this warrior, I feel like, is taking some damage. He is taking big damage. Big damage. I finally got the gun from the ghoul in the show. That's sick. That's really cool. I've just started, me and Sen last night, or not last night, the night before, started like the new storyline. So we met like the Rust King, and we fought a few things. You get captured. No spoilers, but kind of spoilers. You get kind of captured, and you have to fight in an arena. It's a good laugh, actually. It's good fun. Really good fun. What level are you guys? Sen is level 130 something. And I'm 108. Also. So, yeah. Decent. I'm pretty sure there's a rock boss down there. I think these guys want me to help, like, lead them through the dungeon, but I'm unfortunately streaming as well, so it's kind of like... Sorry, guys. I'm kind of tuned out a little bit. I've done this dungeon 2 or 3 times. The directions still confuse me. Where I'm going, still lost. God, this is what I was looking for. I knew there was another boss down here. Lord Rock. Right, let's pump. Let's pump now. Let's get some DPS up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, you had a bad day. The account I'm using is level 191. Very good. Very good. Pray for the streamer RNG. I could use it right about now. I ain't gonna lie. I could 100% use it. I kind of want to change mine to Blessing of Wisdom because I kind of want my mana to stay up and going. There we go. Maybe I could get someone to craft some rings for me. Jewelry crafting is in the game now. Maybe that is what I do. I feel like my gear is kind of getting a little lackluster. I mean, I say that, but, you know, we have got... Look at this weapon I got the other day. Destiny. Look at that. Destiny. Oh, my God, that looks good, does it not? Oh, I didn't aggro them. That was lucky. Not... I think we would have been fine anyway, but... What's this? Plate? Is that an actual upgrade? 20 strength? No. I lose 15 stamina. That ain't no upgrade. That is not no upgrade. This feels better with the Blessing of Wisdom. I get a bit more mana regen. That feels good. Working on a piece for college while I watch. Oh, very nice, Cats. Very nice. Is this your writing again, sir? Doing some more writing. Very cool. Very cool. Again, my chat is only filled with just geniuses. Very fitting, I think. Very fitting. I assume this is hardcore classic still. So, no, actually, this is not hardcore. It's actually the Burning Crusade Anniversary Edition of the game. So, we can die. We can die. It's not death and game over, which is good. My hardcore character is level 55. So I'm pretty close to maxing out on hardcore on my rogue, but the Paladin was something I've been wanting for a while. So in the classic version of the game, there's no arena. And for those of you that don't know WoW Arena, it's like, so you'll have like a 2v2 or a 3v3 situation. You can like make a team, go in, you get rating, MMR, Rocket League type situation, do you know what I mean? Like climb up the ladder and whatnot. And they don't have that in the classic version of the game. And like for a good few years now, all I've played is the classic version of the game. Pala, can you give me buff with less aggro, please? Yes, sir. Who is this? Dan... The fuck, man. Where is he? Oh, I don't have it. He wants that buff. He wants the buff that gives him less aggro, which, to be fair, is probably a good shout, no? And we will adjust our add-on for that. We'll go back on here and we'll change Dan to have Sanctity. Sanctity. Again, no, just nowhere near as good. God, I feel like I haven't had... The last upgrade I had is this sword. That I got on the auction house for like 19 gold. I haven't had an upgrade in a while. I'm due an upgrade for something. A nice, big, juicy upgrade. I was going to say, why did the tank double down and go that way? Strange. Just keep pushing through, friend. Dark Iron Deposit. Nice. I need to try Hearthstone at some point. Hearthstone is super good. Straight Geniuses for sure. I ate a crayon for free multiple times. Yeah, but guess who's not paying for dinner tonight? Now who's smart? Now who's smart? One of us ain't paying for dinner tonight. Because we're eating crayons. Obviously. Oh, God. I like how this dude was moaning about the ring, but when I mentioned the fact that, yeah, it affects my spell power, he's gone quiet. Is that for a quest or something? $230. Hearthstone is really good, by the way. I've played Hearthstone a good few times, and I always have a good time on that. I eat it whole, gets good fiber, which I need for better internet. Good, you're not one of the weird ones. Exactly, bro. Always true. Maybe he's RPing up in here. Maybe. Maybe. He's RPing up in this bitch. I've only got 37 minutes left of my world buff. Like, it's crazy how long this dungeon is. It goes on forever. It is decent EXP though. What levels have we got in here? 54, 50, 55, 55, and then what? I'm 54. Nice. Okay, so gonna get some decent XP in this dungeon, I think. Yeah, 178 per. I think we'll get some. I think we're probably we're bang on 50%. I don't think we'll get a level, but we'll be pretty close. You loot that, sweet. Or a bossy. I bet that's a quest or something. I ain't no filthy role player. No 1, 2, 3 for parent. I'm a real man. Little chuddies are mogged. Truly genius level intellect in this chat. Of course. Only and always. Nah, I think RP is cringe from what I've seen in this game. RPing is... I've been on an RP realm before on World of Warcraft. It definitely has its... I can totally understand its attraction. You know, being totally immersed in a world, you know, playing as your character. I get it. I get it. But it's all like, what do you play the game for? I think people... Maybe, how do you even RP in WoW? So there is a mod that you can get, or an add-on, I should say, that you can get called something along the lines of like RP Total. It's something like that. But the whole point of the add-on is that it gives you your character, you can write your character's backstory. And there's a lot of lore for World of Warcraft, as you guys can possibly imagine. The game has been out for like 20 odd years. So, you know, RPing in this game, I think, comes naturally to a lot of people. Playing as their character, you know, a Paladin of the Light, you know, whatever it might be. I remember when I played on the RP server, I was playing... What was I playing as? I think I was playing as a monk or something like that. But it's... I think... I could be wrong, but I think RPing is for like people that really like escapism and stuff like that. People really like to like escape the world, you know, play as a different character, live in the world of Warcraft. I think a lot of people can experience that, but it's one of those things of what do you do it for? What do you get enjoyment out of World of Warcraft for? Me, the most enjoyment I get out of World of Warcraft is PvP. I absolutely love PvP in this game, and that's what I play it for. Funnily enough, I'm not on a PvP server, but only because you always hear these stories of like people having an awful time getting griefed and camped, and I was like, I can still do arena whilst not being on a PvP server. May change, you know, I may change it up and decide, yeah, I want to be on a PvP server, but it's all what you play it for. All a different reason, I would say. That part I can understand. Not even any creative aspects to lean into. My understanding of WoW is just pure dungeon crawl. I can totally understand that. You know, people that don't play WoW too much, right? What else is it gonna be other than a dungeon crawler, right? But you know, there's no like how that is true. It's a good point, really, because it's like you don't have housing like Elder Scrolls Online, or you don't have like these other assets that can help you RP. But you can just navigate the world, right? You know, RPing is all playing as your character, fitting within lore-friendly sort of reasoning. So yeah, it's kind of like if I had the add-on, I would show you. But like, you hover over a character. You can't do it on these servers, I don't think. But you hover over a character, and then it would like give you the character's backstory, right? Which you would they would write themselves. You know, I am a paladin, age blah blah blah, male or female, you know, this that the other, give you a whole backstory and yada yada yada, and then whenever you talk and interact with people, you're interacting with them as their character, right? So it's a very unique type of playing, and definitely gets a lot of hate and stuff, because you can understand why. It's yeah, let's just say sometimes people can take it too far. Let's say that. It has its caveats, it has its moments of being fun. Like, for example, you know, as somebody that doesn't RP a lot, or I have in the past, but, you know, I don't play WoW to RP, really. Something that's really fun and cool to engage with, right? You're in PvP, you're in a battle, you're fighting for the Horde, screaming for the Horde, going and kill Alliance and stuff like that. That's sick, dude. That's really cool. I'm all about that. Very cool. That immersion, it has its it has a time, it has a place, but I can totally understand people that are like, you know, baffled by it. Like, why would you play it for that? Totally get it. Totally get it. Let's see. VR chat used to be. Nowadays, it's not as great. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, VR chat is taking it to the next level, right? That's like full on crazy immersion. That's nuts. I've never actually played VR chat. Escapism, VR chat might be the best way to do that. True, that could be true. I know people that get upset when I say the game is good but boomed out. Exactly my point. They did escapism too much. That could be true. You know, escapism is, it can be a very powerful tool and asset to help somebody, right? You know, going through grieving, going through an awful time in life. You know, escapism can be a form of relief, but it can very quickly turn from a form of relief into, you know, it taking over your life and things like that. So, and I can imagine that's got to be the case with VR chat and all of these like RP games, right? For sure. I mean, similar reasons you do D&D. It's a form of unrealistic escapism. That's very true. That is, I mean, what a great and perfect example, right? I've played Dungeons and Dragons as well. You know, it's, and you know, like you say, RPing, you know, it has its space in this world for sure, and it can be absolutely incredible and amazing. You know, RPing in this, I've RP'd in WoW before, right? And there's guilds that are like serious RP guilds and stuff. And, you know, some people, they have the best dialogue, how they talk, how they interact. Like, it gets you proper in the mood of, like, damn, yeah, I'm my character, let's go. Like, it has its moments. For sure it has its moments. I mean, do whatever you want. It's fictional reality with different rules. That's true. To be honest, that's kind of why I would probably do war reenacting someday. Seems fun to just scream shit and play as a character. For sure, dude. For sure. It's all under the same branch, right? LARPing, right? That's what they would call that. Live action role playing. Can't say I've ever been to an event or anything like that. But yeah, it's all under that tree, let's say. Even in moderation, sue those guys. It's acting. Yeah, it is acting. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Could not agree more. Don't vape, kids. Do not vape. It is bad for you, I think. Don't actually know anything. Oh, look, guys, don't worry. Don't worry, I won a piece of gear. We won some cloth gear. Can we bubble this guy? Just keep him safe. Oh, God, if we die right now, I CBA to restart this. Have I got a health potion? Take that right now. No messing about. Take some pressure off the healer. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're starting to regain control here. We're starting to regain some control. It's looking good. Ooh, that got a bit spicy for a second. Vape spotted. Vape spotted. Don't do it, kids. Do not do it. I win all the shit stuff. I've got no problem. If World of Warcraft benefited you in some way from winning shit gear, I would be rich, loaded, so powerful. Because I am a master at winning greens. You know, there's nobody that can outroll me on a shitty green that I don't need. Nobody on this planet. But when it comes to a sexy perp that we desperately need, a sexy blue rare item. When I say perp, I mean a purple item, an epic item. Everybody just outrolls me. I felt like I went on a bit of a streak, you know. I've been recording all of this World of Warcraft journey from level 1. I've got like a terabyte of footage because I'm wanting to make like a cool little series on it. But I got on a bit of a roll from 40 to 50. I started winning some good stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually winning some rolls here, people. And then it just, as soon as I got past level 50, it all just ended. It all just ended. Let's get them down. We're on 56%. We've gone up 5% a level. We are getting there. For sure. There we go. There we go. Did he just unlock that door? What is the point of unlocking these doors? I have literally no idea why this person's doing that. Perp, pimp, same thing. That's true. Dragon Breath. Can you scrap them for stuff or money? Green items. Yes, you can. You can sell them. If I hover over an item here, there you go. So you see where it says, it'll say vendor underneath it, and then there'll be like a little silver and copper. So it's like I can vendor it for 47 silver and 39 copper. So yes, I do make money off them. It's not useless technically, but listen, I want to bloody complain, okay? So you let me moan. It's not the worst, I know. We can get something out of them. That's true. That's very true. Some people are look, it's, let's rebuff some people here. We need to get the buffs going. Get a consecrate down. I cannot... Who is this? There's this person, right, called London Stabber. And I was like, dude, your name is hilarious. Pala, if you do instant AoE when you go in, what? Aggro. You also can tank. It's so anti-fun. Sure thing. I'll hold it. Oh. I mean, DPS, people. It's all about the DPS. Let's see what this does to the damage. I only use YouTube and avoid most other platforms, to be honest, and don't watch much Rivals content. So it found Rivals content. So it found me through the game itself. Drama so big it left the rival sphere, but come on, flunking on competition calls, bad vibes is so BS, especially for 40k. I knew about it because it flooded my Instagram. Kingsman, the Kingsman drama. The Kingsman drama. Is that the guy? Is that the guy that he was in a Marvel Rivals tournament, and then some girl said something like, he was saying like, oh, don't play Black Widow or something like that, and then he got kicked out? Was that? I did hear about it for sure. He wanted a Widow playing 200 ping to swap, and everyone was berating him. I played Rivals to vibe in quick, play, and just have fun with fun characters, very rarely competitive. They also were making fun of his financial situation and how he wants the money for college, and then the two girls mocked him for wanting to pay for college, 6,000 or 7,000. Disgusting. Yes. Now I'm remembering a bit better. I remember what you're talking about now. Yeah, that's right. Don't know why they did that, and they're getting so much hate online now, aren't they? Those people, and then it's like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? What are you doing? This tank is absolute dog shit. He cannot hold aggro for the life of him. Isn't this just the arena? Let's see. No. I kind of need to respec my character for PvP. It's pretty bad, but Kingsman made 40k in donations from his fans. That's really cool, isn't it? That is really cool. They definitely aren't helping their own cases. Either from what I've seen, they keep saying stuff to put themselves further into the hole. Rolled a 1 on speech. Rolled a 1 on fucking everything. Yeah, Skyrim's bitch failed. Check up in this bitch. Feels like any time I try to skill check in Baldur's Gate. That is absolutely hilarious. I mean, I think, do you know one of the things that really pissed me off when I was looking into it? Like, one of them, I can't remember who or where, but one of them was like, oh yeah, he has no social skills. He's just inside playing games all his life. And it's like, dude, you're a streamer. Feels like anytime I tried to skill check in Baldur's Gate, yeah, that was CC. Crazy shit. She's setting a bad example for me and my fellow Canadians. Is she Canadian, is she? That's funny. Yeah, it's a peculiar situation, isn't it? It was just like, I think the thing that is really pissed a lot of people off is just the nonchalantness of her, and like the fact that she just seems so privileged and entitled. So, yeah, I get it. I totally get why. She seems super unlikable. And then playing the victim. And that being like, oh, you know, why is everybody attacking me? So, yeah, it is kind of cringe. It is kind of cringe and lame. Definitely. An offhand. Oh, okay. Definitely don't need that, but BRB, fast, kid woke up. Requires a Shadowforge key. Never seen that before. What does that even do? Who are these guys? Who else is excited for Project Artemis? Can't say I've heard of that. They're about to leave for the moon in like a week or two. Oh, no way. Yes. Now you're reminding me what it is. Hell yeah, I'm excited for Project Artemis. Hell yeah. Because if it's the thing... Hang on, let me see if it's the thing I think it is. Because we are going back to the moon, right? And that's what this is about? Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's for how insane is that? I hope they live stream it. That would be. Can you imagine? Can you imagine live streaming the trip to the moon? That would be insane. Do you, I mean, you could live stream the launch, right? How far do you think like you could get live streaming it with like Starlink and things like that? How far out are they going to get before it's like we can't stream anymore, people? Ugh, a frost resistance ring. Lame. 61% people. 61% on the level. We've gone up a good few percentiles now. How long have we been streaming for? 55 minutes? I think I'm just going to stream until the end of this dungeon, and I'm going to wrap it up there. But I'll be back tomorrow as well to stream. We're going to do some Halo, because I promised Halo that I would play some Halo. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Even if it's just for an hour or so. I just saw it appear on my feed and I was like, oh shit, it's now. Remember as a kid hearing we would be back someday, but now the time has come. It's quite strange. Isn't it crazy? It's just crazy what we can do as like a civilization. Nuts. That needs a little top up there. God, we're getting another speech, are we? Is Stabber still not back? Shit. I completely forgot that this dude was BRB. Is he okay? Here he is. Oh yeah, he's sound. He is sound. Fills me with hopium. Only need Half-Life 3 now. Hopium, one step closer to terraforming Mars. I don't know if it would be possible for us to ever terraform Mars, to be honest. Maybe, under incredibly particular circumstances. And millions of years. Mars would need a much more advanced humanity. Not probably, but making Mars more livable is definitely possible. True. Very true. But it would only take a few thousand years. It's, yeah, that's true. To completely terraform it is one thing, and to, like, make it actually sustainable for people to live there under particular circumstances is another. I suppose that is very true, actually, right? Because, like, there's water underneath Mars, but you couldn't really live on top of Mars's surface, for sure not, because of many things, right? But there is definitely ice crystals underneath Mars. It's too cold, right, on top, but you probably could get away with, like, being sort of, like, a few layers in, so it's a bit warmer. Stuff like that, from what I remember reading. That was a while ago, though. The infrastructure needed in space would need to be much more extensive to support such a mission. Yeah, it's possible to live on like structures there, and we have tech that can revert carbon dioxide into oxygen, true, but you'd need to power it, right? I wonder what like the main power source would be if we did go to Mars and do that. Solar? Geothermal? I wonder. The most unrealistic part of the movie, probably nuclear. I mean, I guess it would kind of have to be, right? Nuclear energy in order, like clean, sustainable energy that goes on for many years. The most unrealistic part of the movie was that storm being that powerful, apparently. Well, solar is sort of, but it would bring less power, true. Rogue and Pal are both one target. What? The dude says, don't put down your AoE, and then says, Rogue and Pal are both one target. Do you want AoE, or do you not want AoE? I mean, playing with some people in this game is absolutely painful. So incredibly cringe. Doesn't want AoE attacks, then complains that is single attack only. Are you okay, brother? Like, are you okay in your mind? You can't make this shit up. The moon is much more viable. Do you think so? To live in than Mars? You're probably right. Just like, even just on like the logistics of getting everything there, that's probably right, eh? I love The Martian. The film The Martian is so good, dude. Such a good film. Oh, immune. A one-handed sword. Where the hell did these guys come from? Let's see. Lord General Sword. Looks pretty cool. %66%. I feel like our EXP is slowing down a little bit. I think we are getting into the higher level section of the dungeon, though. Moon is quite a massive body. I wouldn't imagine there'd be substantial difference in bone density loss and muscle loss. Either way, they are both smaller bodies than we were evolved to. Not to live on. No matter what long term, we'd have to figure out the Earth frequency issue we have. Damn. Got a bunch of astrophysicists in chat. My God. Is that what you'd even call that? An astrophysicist? Somebody that looks at living on other planets? What would you call that? What would that job title be? Cosmologist? God knows. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, what is even happening, people? What is even happening? This is so fucking painful. That's a lot of mobs. Oh no, my world buffs. No! What else have we got? If something happened that's not in that narrow launch window, they are effed. Mars is less so of a thing. And if shit hits the fan on the moon, they can just flee to Earth. If something happens that's not in the narrow launch window, they are effed. I suppose that it'd have to be studied. Only reason we know of the effects on astronauts currently from the ISS is due to long periods of time. Is that so? Moon would have a latency issue, but it wouldn't be so bad. A latency issue? Yeah, you'd surely be able to get internet right on the moon pretty easily, right? Surely? I mean, you're not far off all the satellites and stuff. I'm pretty ill-educated on these things, but I would have thought that satellite range would be pretty decent. The job title would be God. It's funny because it's kind of true, isn't it? It's kind of like you kind of are playing God a little bit, aren't you? Really, when you think about it. A village on the moon would likely have a different culture and operation style than an Earth village. True. Very true. Although with the moon compared to ISS, bone and muscle deterioration would definitely be slowed, a village on the moon would likely have a different culture and operation style than Earth village. It's true. So exercise would mean something. It's super important, right? To like when you've got astronauts that go to space or whatever, and they're out there for like elongated periods of time. They've got to train. They've got to train like every day, right? So you can keep your muscle mass up and stuff like that. So yeah, for sure it's a thing. Can I not just jump straight down? Yeah, sweet. Let's go. All those guys are running all the way around, I guess. We gotta get back to the dungeon. Can you imagine doing this dungeon with all of these mobs and stuff like that on hardcore? Holy guacamole. You'd really have to play with like a team of people that you really trust if you were gonna like do this dungeon in hardcore. Exercise would be constant, otherwise you'd go full Wally. Oh my god. Yes, it would mean something. It would mean something, but the issue of the unknown with how much it would long term, which would be calls for study if we do set up long term. I wonder when the transition from company type settlement into an actual settlement would go, like growing up on the mooning, working on the moon, dying on the moon. I don't think I can imagine that. That is pretty crazy, right? It is kind of nuts when you think about it. I get a feeling that these guys, the mooning, the great mooning. I don't want that buff actually, do I? I want my... That's better. I want my great wisdom. I want my great wisdom. Do. It feels like the last few times that I've been in here, I've not had like any loot whatsoever. Top up the mana. Get all the buffs going again. I think that's literally all I can do, really. I kind of wish the Paladin had more buffs that they could put on people. I mean... Stamina by 56, Prayer of Fortitude. Did he just buff everybody in one go? Is that something that you can do? Didn't realise. I mean, these people don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. It's not. Don't follow me, people. Goodbye. I think, guys, we can go and do some questing maybe, because I think this group is a bit cooked, to be honest. So we'll go do some quests. We'll go get some stuff done. There's literally no point in being here. That's a good point. Mining on the moon is the easiest part. The hard part is transporting it. Rock and stone. Tin mining in Cornwall is so tough. Ever consider doing that shit for pay for my uni? That's if it's easier to return, as to access such resources, you need to send more and more resources. If it's not a return investment, it'd be seen as a waste of money. It would be limiting to rare earth materials. Yeah, I guess it's like you say, it's all about the money, right? So it would be kind of one of those things where it would be worth it if the money was right. If not, no. I literally just watched Avatar 3 the other day, and they talk a little bit about that sort of thing, right? So it's interesting. It's very interesting. We've got to kill some owl beasts. We've got to get thick yeti fur. Don't need those. I don't think I've ever been to Winter Spring. Are we there, yeti? Amazing. How's it going? Glad I could join the stream. The time zone is different on my end. What time is it over there, Warlock, for you? Good to see you, my friend. You would need an industry on the moon to produce spacecraft to send it down. That's true. Nice. So, yetis and what else do we need to catch? Owl beasts. Yetis and owl beasts. Kind of need... Ugh, I think that might be a bit too difficult for us to kill those. So I think we'll stick over this side. 1:05 p.m. Oh, okay. A pretty big difference in the old time zone. It's 9 o'clock here. The scientific community would benefit no matter what, but the value of information is lost on someone whose face is solely on the ground of what they have in front of them. Well, yeah, the scientific advancement would be immeasurable. True. Especially for stuff like space geology, which isn't all that well researched. Astronomy, likely some more of the rather sensitive experiments. That's pretty badass. And, yeah, true, right? Oh my god, there is somebody around here killing all these yetis. There we go, some owl beasts. Let's go. Boom. Yeah, considering I'm in Washington, born Irish, Italian, lol, but yeah, it's amazing. And UK, right? My adopted brother lives in the UK. Yes, UK here. Yep, live in the UK over here. I remember handling a sample of a core of an ancient planet in my geology A level. It was pretty cool. Stuff like that is so fascinating, isn't it? It really is. Right, guys, we've been streaming for 1:16. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I am going to carry on playing because I've got so much more footage that I need to get. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I seriously appreciate it. I've got to go pick my partner up as well from her. She's doing a karaoke night. How fun. I'll be back on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm going to do it an hour earlier than I do. Koto, don't forget to buff your teammates. Thank you for reminding me. I really appreciate it, Axel. You're a good man. You're a good man. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming and joining. I really appreciate it. Always do. The boys We're outie. We need more great debates. You're welcome, man. Glad to be here. I'll try and be there. No problem at all. Nostar, everybody. Look after yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow if you're about. I will be playing some Halo. Ciao, ciao. Goodbye. Nostar means goodbye in Welsh, by the way. Or it means good night. Sorry. You Welsh or Cornish? I'm Welsh. But we'll leave it there. Nostar, everybody. Good night.